like to call to order the meeting of the Middlesex County Planning Board. If you could please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance and stay standing for a moment of silence. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. In accordance with the Open Public Meetings Act, notice of this public meeting has been delivered to the Star Ledger and Home News Tribune newspapers and posted on the Middlesex County website, as well as the Community Bulletin Board of the Middlesex County Administration Building at least 48 hours in advance of the meeting. Can we have a roll call, please?
Jason Friedman.
Here.
Ronald Sedner.
Here.
Hemant Patel.
Here.
Michael Kobasowski.
Here.
Stephanie Kim Chauhan. Here. Saket Chadalavada.
Here.
Alternate Gail Lala. Here. Alternate Joseph Johnson.
Here.
8 are in favor. Alternates are eligible to vote today. You have a quorum.
Thank you. At this time on the agenda is the open public discussion. Anybody that is interested in commenting on resolutions listed on the agenda only is welcome to come up to the podium, and you have 5 minutes. Do I hear a motion to close the public portion?
Motion to close. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, at this time, I'd like to open up the floor for nominations for the chairperson of the County Planning Board.
I propose Jason Friedman as a chairman of the planning.
Do we have a second?
Second.
Okay, are there any other nominations? If not, then we'll close the nominations. And can we have a roll call on the nomination for Jason Friedman for chairperson of the Middlesex County Planning Board?
Jason Friedman.
Yes.
Ronald Sedner.
Yes.
Hemant Patel.
Yes.
Michael Kobasowski.
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chauhan. Yes. Saket Chadalavada.
Yes.
Alternate Gail Lala.
Yes.
Alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
The alternates are eligible to vote today. You have a quorum. 8 are in favor.
The motion passed.
Motion passes.
Congratulations, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
The meeting is all yours.
Thank you. And thank you to the members of the County Planning Board, alternates, and staff present for your confidence and support in the past year and the coming year. At this point, we'll move to election of vice chairperson, and a motion is in order for nomination.
Motion to nominate Hemant Patel.
Hemant Patel has been nominated to be the vice chairperson. Is there a second?
Second.
Been moved and seconded to nominate Hemant Patel to be the vice chairperson of the planning board. Are there any other nominations? Are there any other nominations? Seeing none, I'll close nominations, and please, Madam Secretary, do we have a roll?
Jason Friedman.
Yes.
Ronald Sedner.
Yes.
Hemant Patel.
Yes.
Michael Kobasowski.
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chauhan.
Yes.
Saket Chadalavada.
Yes.
Alternate Gail Lala.
Yes.
Alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
8 in favor. Motion passes.
Congratulations, Hemant Patel.
Thank you very much, friends and board members, and your supports for last year's and this year. Thank you.
Okay, moving on to resolution items. Resolution 2025-01, Planning Board Council. Madam Secretary.
Resolution 2025-01. Be it resolved by the Middlesex County Planning Board that Stephen D. Kahn, Esquire, shall be and is hereby appointed as attorney to the Middlesex County Planning Board on this date and said term expiring on December 31st, 2025.
Thank you. And a motion is in order.
So moved.
Second.
Been moved and seconded to approve Resolution 2025-01 which has just been read. Do we have a roll call?
Jason Friedman,
Yes.
Ronald Senden,
Yes.
Hamant Patel,
Yes.
Michael Kopasowski,
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chohan,
Yes.
Saket Chadalabada,
Yes.
alternate Gail Lyon,
Yes.
alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
8 in favor, motion passes.
Thank you very much. Resolution 2025-02, Planning Board Secretary. Our counsel, Steve Connor, will read the resolution.
Thank you, Mr. Freeman. This is Resolution 2025-02, whereas the Middlesex County Planning Board bylaws authorize the board to designate a non-member as board secretary, and whereas the board secretary may delegate certain responsibilities to the office of planning staff subject to the approval of the planning director, be it resolved by the Middlesex County Planning Board that Michelle Norris, Assistant Administrative Analyst, be designated as Board Secretary for 2025, subject to the approval of the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners. Be it further resolved that the Middlesex County Planning Board forward this resolution to the Middlesex County Board of Commissioners for its approval. Yeah.
Do we have a roll
Motion
call?
and a roll call,
Oh, is there a motion? There's a motion in order.
Motion to accept same?
Second.
Moved and seconded on motion on resolution 2025-02. Is there a roll call?
Jason Friedman,
Yes.
Ronald Senden,
Yes.
Hamant Patel,
Yes.
Michael Kopasowski,
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chohan, Saket Chadalabada,
Yes.
alternate Gail Lala,
Yes.
alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, 8 are in favor, motion passes.
Thank you. Resolution 2025-03, schedule of meetings. Madam Secretary.
Resolution 2025-03, whereas the Open Public Meetings Act requires that any and all meetings or conduct of the public business must be open to the public and notices thereof must be given as set forth by the Act. Now therefore be it resolved that this resolution shall serve as the annual notice for the year 2025 of the regularly scheduled meetings of the Middlesex County Planning Board and the Planning Board's Development Review Committee. Be it further resolved that the regularly scheduled meetings of the Middlesex County Planning Board shall be conducted on the second Tuesday of each calendar month in 2025 at 3:15 p.m. or immediately following the regularly scheduled Development Review Committee meeting and held in the Middlesex County Administration Building, first floor meeting room, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey. The dates are as follows: January 14th, February 11th, March 11th, April 8th, May 13th, June 10th, July 8th, August 12th, September 9th, October 14th, November 12th, noted as a Wednesday, December 9th, and then January 13th, 2026. Be it further resolved that the special meetings of the Middlesex County Planning Board may be called at the request of the Planning Board Chairperson and the Director of the Office of Planning. Be it further resolved that the regularly scheduled meetings of the Planning Board's Development Review Committee shall be conducted on the second Tuesday of each calendar month in 2025 at 3 p.m. and held in the Middlesex County Administration Building, first floor meeting room, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey. The dates are as follows: January 14th, February 11th, March 11th, April 8th, May 13th, June 10th, July 8th, August 12th, September 9th, October 14th, November 12th, noted as a Wednesday, December 9th, and January 13th, 2026. Be it further resolved that if anyone requests a meeting schedule change to the dates above, a fee shall be exacted according to a fee schedule established by the Office of the Clerk of Board of County Commissioners, and which schedule appears at the Middlesex County Planning Board offices, Middlesex County Administration Building, 5th floor, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Be it further resolved that all meetings designated herein, formal action is expected to be taken. Be it further resolved that if any applicant or member of the qualified public requests change and/or additions to the above agenda, and a change is granted, on conditions acceptable to the board. A fee shall be exacted according to a fee schedule set by the clerk of the Board of County Commissioners, and which schedule appears at the Middlesex County Planning Board offices, Middlesex County Administration Building, 5th floor, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey. Be it further resolved that copies of this resolution shall be forwarded to the Middlesex County Office of County Clerk, Clerk of the Board and County Commissioners, Municipal Clerk, and Planning Board Chairperson of each of the county's 25 municipalities, the Home News Tribune and the Star Ledger. Be it further resolved that this resolution be posted in the first floor lobby of the Middlesex County Administration Building, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey.
And a motion is in order.
Motion to accept same.
Second.
Moved and seconded to accept the resolution. Roll call, please.
Jason Friedman.
Yes.
Ronald Sender.
Yes.
Aman Patel.
Yes.
Michael Kolbasowski.
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chohan. Yes. Saket Chadavada.
Yes.
Alternate Gail Lala.
Yes.
Alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, 8 in favor, motion passes.
And the final resolution for today, 2025-04, public meeting agendas.
Resolution 2025-04. Whereas the Open Public Meetings Act requires that any and all meetings or conduct of the public business where official action is to be discussed or taken must be open to the public and notices thereof must be given as set forth by the Act. Now therefore be it resolved that the following agenda shall be expected to be followed at all official meetings of the Middlesex County Planning Board, where formal action is intended to be taken. Middlesex County Planning Board Agenda Template. 1. Opening meeting. A. Call meeting to order. B. Salute to the flag. C. Moment of silence. D. Sunshine Law statement. E. Roll call. F. Open public discussion on resolutions listed on this agenda only. 2. Administration. A. Minutes. B. Correspondence. C. Director's report. 3. Old business. 4. New business. A. Action items. B. Report of the Development Review Committee. C. Staff reports. D. Other matters. 5. Public comments. 6. Adjournment. Be it further resolved that the following agenda shall be expected to be used at all official meetings of the Planning Board's Development Review Committee where official action is intended to be taken. Development Review Committee Agenda Template. 1. Opening meeting. A. Call meeting to order. B. Salute to the flag. C. Moment of silence. D. Sunshine Law statement. E. Roll call. 2. Minutes. 3. Resolutions to be added. 4. Resolutions to be amended or executed. 5. Resolutions to be removed. 6. Open public discussion on resolutions listed on this agenda only. 7. Old business. A. Release of performance guarantees. B. Other business. 8. New business. A. Subdivisions. 1. Sketch plats, minor subdivisions. 2. Preliminary applications. 3. Final applications. B. Site plans. C. Extensions. 9. Communication. 10. Such other matters which have been carried and/or other issues of old business. 11. Public comments. 12. Adjournment. Be it further resolved, copies of this resolution shall be forwarded to the Office of County Clerk, Clerk of the Board of County Commissioners, Municipal Clerk, and Planning Board Chairman of each of the county's 25 municipalities, the Home News Tribune, and the Star Ledger. Be it further resolved that this resolution be posted in the first floor lobby of the Middlesex County Administration Building, 75 Bayard Street, New Brunswick, New Jersey.
Thank you. And the motion is in order.
Motion to accept same.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to accept resolution 2025-04. Roll call.
Jason Friedman.
Yes.
Ronald Sender.
Yes.
Aman Patel.
Yes.
Michael Kolbasowski.
Yes.
Stephanie Kim Chohan. Yes. Saket Chadavada.
Yes.
Alternate Gail Lala.
Yes.
Alternate Joseph Johnson.
Yes.
Mr. Chairman, 8 in favor, motion passes.
Thank you very much. All right, moving along. In your packets for approval are the minutes from December 10th, 2024, And a motion is
Motion to approve minutes.
Second.
it's been moved and seconded to approve the minutes of December 10th, 2024. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Correspondence, I don't believe we have any. Planning Director report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have two items. The first item is, as we reported out last month, New Jersey preliminary state plan was released on, I believe it was December 6th, which kicked off a series of a schedule of meetings and responsibilities of participating counties and municipalities to compare local and regional plans and policies to the state plan and the state plan policy maps. The Board of County Commissioners will consider a resolution at their meeting on February 6th to determine whether to participate as a negotiating entity to take the lead in this regional discussion about the state plan and comparison of local plans to that, the goals and objectives of the state plan. So I'm going to leave it at that at this point. We'll wait until action is taken on the resolution. If the resolution is passed, this board is going to be fairly involved in the development of what's going to be called a cross-acceptance report and understanding how municipalities position themselves on certain goals and objectives related to what we called previously as smart growth and general land use planning. So it should be interesting. So I'm saying at this point, stay tuned. So that's just an update. And we will likely give more of perhaps an extensive presentation on that next month. The second item I have is a report that I just distributed to all of you. It's a year in review report. It's kind of long. I just handed it out to you, and so I'm going to let you read it at your leisure. But I do want to go over a few items, and that staff is here today. If you have any questions about any of the items in this report, feel free to stop me as I'm going through it briefly, and they can answer any questions that you might have. The first three items in the numbers 1, 2, and 3 in this year in review 2024 are programs that are created by statute. So we have our local policies and procedures, but it's also critical that we follow all the schedules, the statute, and the New Jersey Administrative Code for these three programs. And particularly in the case of the development review, it's the County Enabling Act gives us some challenges in having to abide by the 30-day review cycle. And that is something that we're always keep in mind, because if we don't follow, if this board, the DRC doesn't take action, every 30 days after an application is considered complete, it's considered approved by default. We've talked a little bit about that before. But at any rate, and I'm not going to go through every item on this report, but I do want to share it with you and just give you a sense of what we're looking at in the Office of Planning. And you can see one thing we haven't talked about is the fees that are submitted for the applications. You can see the site plan fees. We received $450,000 in 2024 for site plan fees and about $94,000 for the subdivision fees. Now there's quite a bit of county staff that reviews and plays some sort of a role in the review of development applications. We have planners here, we have our administrative staff, we have engineering staff who's also here with us. We have a property survey consultant that reviews the property surveys. We have finance office, public works office, county counsel's office, our esteemed board attorney. So there's many people that are involved in that, and that's what these fees go towards. Under that is the applications. This is something that Katie reports on a monthly basis, and my eyes are immediately drawn to the industrial. We receive The square footage of industrial space totals just over 4 million square feet. And I looked up last year, I don't have it on this report, but last year it was just over 3 million square feet. So it'll be interesting to see what's in line for 2025. We have performance guarantees. Of course, that's the monies received that provide some assurance that the work isn't done properly, that we can take the money and do the improvements ourselves. There's other issues about that. We're not going to go through it at this point, but if you ever want to talk about performance guarantees, the DRC reviews the resolutions almost on a monthly basis to accept the performance guarantee or to release the performance guarantee. So we're happy to entertain a discussion if you had questions about that. And we also, this office, Michelle and Lily, oversee the process for the inspections to make sure the Public Works and Engineering goes out, inspects the improvements before the monies are returned. The fees for that are $25,000 here, and they handle the resolutions and tracking the applications. Exempt site plans are those applications not on a county road and with less than an acre of impervious coverage. Board has no jurisdiction on them. We used to have them on our agenda, but you don't have a jurisdiction, so it no longer makes sense to really put them on your agenda. And I just listed here some of the policies that we've discussed this past year in looking at applications requiring the digitally signed sealed plans, limiting the extensions, and waiving stormwater maintenance agreements on county roads because they duplicated municipal requirements. And farmland preservation, and I actually wanted to say the development review section is led by Katie Pudiello. Katie. Farmland preservation led by Lori Sobel, who's also here. You all know Lori. We did have a preserved farm this past year that's in South Brunswick. And the total preserved farms now in Middlesex County total about 5,000, almost 5,500 acres, which is comprised of 67 farms. And that is, of course, again, that's a statutory program, State Agriculture Development and Retention Act, and the administrative code, and loads of policies and red tape. I guess I shouldn't say that. Okay. It's an interesting program. So anyway, sewer service area amendments, that's led by Nick Tufaro. And you're familiar with these because you see these every so often to make sure the areas where developers want to lay sewers, public sewers, into areas not originally planned for sewers meet all the state criteria, and you endorsed 3 of those applications this past year. Transportation and mobility planning is one of our main divisions. It's led by Mike Dannemiller. Hey, Mike. There's Mike. And a lot of the funding for what we do in transportation, it's funded by the North Jersey Transportation Planning Authority, and they provide us money. They have been generously supporting our program for the last umpteen years. They provided us a grant for the road safety audits and just operating expenses for fiscal year 2025, which started last July 1st. Is there $243,000. The transportation group does a lot of transportation outreach. They table events. We've talked about that before, where they actually go. They'll go to festivals, or it's usually in the outdoor, in the spring, summer, maybe in the fall, and bring with them educational pieces, publications, brochures, and they're there to talk about transportation issues. And they take them back to the office and to the department, and we talk about what was heard and to decide if we need to develop that into a program. So that's an important outreach we do. We respond to, we have actually, 4 county portals where we receive inquiries from the public about transportation projects. We have a transportation symposium now that's an annual event. Last year we facilitated the breakout sessions for that. Vision Zero implementation, we talked about this, it was last month or 2 months ago. We developed the strategic approach, a program really for Vision Zero, initiated conversations with DOT, KMM, Keep Middlesex Moving, that's our, one of our nonprofit partner. And they do a lot of work on distraction, driving education, and internal offices. And you can say, again, I don't want to go through every line item, it's going to take a while, but we developed the safety programs, concepts, working to kick off the improvements in Perth Avenue on Smith Street, in Piscataway on Stelton Road, implementation of the freight study. You remember from 2 years ago that was adopted. And then again, once again, doing the road safety audits, and Andrew Lappage here is in the audience. He's a project manager of that. It's in, how many? 7 municipalities, right? 5 audits in 7 municipalities?
That is correct.
Okay, great. And that'll be completed next year. That's an exciting program that's specifically related to, that will generate recommendations to improve the safety of corridors, part of our Vision Zero efforts. And so we should probably do a presentation on that. I think that would be pretty exciting. Sustainability and resiliency led by Laura Sobel. Resilient New Jersey is a 3-year project. Their action plan was developed 2 years ago. This is the last, 3rd and final year of the program, and we worked with the program consultant is Arcadis, who helped Middlesex County municipalities with grant applications, and last year Sayreville received 2 for 2 of their projects. And also a new state rule, New Jersey DEP, Department of Environmental Protection, updated their stormwater management requirements and requires municipalities to submit their stormwater management control ordinances to the county planning office, and the county staff submits them to WRA, the Water Resource Association, who considers the staff recommendations. And then the approval is actually given by the office, and as planning director, I actually, write, yes, it's met the criteria. It's very, very specific criteria it has to meet. And so the staff has reviewed 15 of those municipal ordinances last year. And Destination 2040, for those of you who are still new to the board, that's the county's strategic planning process that after extensive public outreach in 2019 and 2020 resulted in, I would want to say, over 100 recommended strategic initiatives and actions that the entire county, in other words, all of the departments, can pursue in the various areas of interest for the county. And these are in number 6 are plans that fall under the umbrella of Destination 2040. Forward Together, if you remember, you adopted that last May, and that is the plan. That's an assessment of mobility options for underserved populations. And then the 1, 2, 3, 4, the other 4 plans, greenways, I think we all know what a greenway is, like an off-road trail for recreation and commuting. Bike Easy, Walk Safely is a bicycle pedestrian countywide plan. InvestSmart, I would describe perhaps as an economic development policy map. Certainly it's a work in progress. We'll share that with you more this spring probably. And the right-of-way is a progress that offers recommendations on what type of uses are permitted in the county right-of-way and how much county right-of-way we need to improve our roads network of the county road system to attain certain objectives. So that is, and Julio's been working on that one for a little while, and that one's almost done, so we'll be presenting that one very soon. And then finally, the municipal land use law, which governs all municipal development regulations and master planning, requires all municipal development ordinances to be submitted to the county planning board, and they don't become effective unless they are submitted after second reading, after approval to the planning board. And so the planning office logs them and catalogs them on your behalf. And I believe we had about 78 that we cataloged last year. And we have to make sure that we track them because, obviously if something's not legal unless they submit it with us, we want to make sure that we know where they are so we can produce them in case somebody questions them. So this is a list, and this is not everything. The staff's been doing much more. This is just kind of summary of maybe some projects that are nearing completion and kind of get a sense of fees and policies that have been in the works and been completed. We'll talk a little bit more throughout the year what the staff is doing. I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you very much for that extensive report recap. Are there any questions for the planning director? One or two come to mind myself. With regards to the fee schedule for applicants, yourself or maybe council know when the last time that was reviewed or examined, adjusted?
We reviewed it and adjusted it. Best estimate is 10 years ago. We took a look at it, we reviewing it, making some adjustments only a few years ago, and found that we were on the high end of what most counties were charging. And discussion that ensued, that there was a consensus to leave them where they were.
And I went through that exercise too about 4 years ago when I first came here, and when I was mostly working in development review, where I came up with the same conclusions, and so we decided not to proceed any further adjustments.
Okay. Anyone else? Questions for the planning director? If not, a motion's in order to accept the report.
So moved. Second.
Moved in second to accept the report of planning director. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Old business, we have none. New business, development review committee report by Kathleen.
Yep. Everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Katie Pinello with the Office of Planning. I'm going to briefly go over for you the development review highlights from the December DRC meeting, which should be on page 14 of your packets if you wish to follow along. Table 1, applications on the monthly agenda, shows a total of 20 applications in December, which were 7 site plans, 3 subdivisions, and 10 extensions. Table 2, development activity for approved or conditionally approved applications, shows 4 new non-residential lots created, which are within the Main Street North Brunswick development on Route 1, as well as 36,000 square feet of commercial space, 151 multifamily units, which were 132 of which were in Sayreville and 19 of which were in South Amboy. Table 3 provides highlights of development activity for December. The first is Phase 1G Main Street in North Brunswick, which proposed a 3,600 square foot cannabis dispensary in the Main Street development along Route 1. The second is 116 South Main Street in Cranberry, which proposed a 3-story self-storage facility. The site is located along a county road, and a 5-foot wide sidewalk and county standard curbing will be provided along the frontage. And the property frontage must meet current ADA standards post-construction. And finally, the last one is NL Redevelopment Sayreville, which proposed 132 multifamily units with the main property frontage along Oak Street in Sayreville. And then finally, Table 4 indicates that there was 1 exempt site plan reviewed in December. This is on Main Street in Woodbridge, and 13 residential units were proposed. Are there any questions?
Questions for Katie Pinello, the principal planner?
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Staff reports, none. Other matters, Please mark your calendars. The next meeting is February 11th, 2025. And at this point, the meeting is open for public comment. Any member of the public wishing to comment on any item, please approach the podium. And we do recognize Charlie Gradville.
Yes, good afternoon, Commissioners. Charlie Cradaville, editor of New Brunswick Today, resident of New Brunswick. It's a shame that the county elected officials are not here. It sounds like they have an important decision coming up on February 6th, and it would be nice to hear from them on what they are planning to do and how that aligns with this board and what this board is trying to do. Can I just confirm Mr. Rios and Mr. Kenny are still on this board?
That's a good question. I'm not sure if they are, what they did in their reorganization. They sometimes change. So I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
Usually the director is on. That's all.
Yes, yes, they are, I would say they are, yeah.
Okay. And a couple items that I've brought up before. Can I get an update on Route 1 Good Kind Bridge? Is the county continuing its review of that plan? Is there going to be a, is the county going to weigh in on that?
Sure, the county will have all the due oversight review that's due the county. I wonder, I've been thinking about it, I wonder if you've attended or posed any of the questions to the state engineers, state planners, being that it's a state highway and a state property once it's constructed.
No, I had some it took a while, but I did get some very minimal response from the DOT press people that gave me some more information on what is proposed, but I didn't see any plans or anything like that. I can try to press them some more. But yeah, I just know at the last meeting the planning director mentioned that it was under review. I was just curious if the review continues or what the status is.
Is there any further information you have?
It is still under review, and we're discussing with the municipalities involved as well.
Thanks. Any roundtables scheduled?
I'm not aware of any.
Okay. Were there any in 2024?
Roundtable discussions?
Yeah, I know that was discussed.
We did have the transportation symposium. Is that what you're referring to?
We had the symposium. Where are you getting the roundtables from? You always ask the roundtable questions.
I'm pretty sure it was something that one of the commissioners said, we don't have the TCC anymore, so we're doing something new, roundtables. And so I haven't seen one. I don't know. I don't want to prejudge it, but I'd like to be invited if there is one.
There will be a symposium in 2025, and of course we do the tabling events and we do the outreach through all the different county portals as well.
Okay. Do you have a date for the symposium?
I do not have a date.
Okay. Well, I'll look out for that. And yeah, I mean, I would like to propose a coordinating committee of some kind specifically focused on transportation. Fully aware that from 1976 until the pandemic, the county had a transportation coordinating committee, and I think it's high time that we bring it back. I know at this board in January of last year, Commissioner Kenny said, quote, the TCC is going to be coming back in a different form, and I still am at a loss for what that is. I don't see any public meetings about transportation. I think it's obviously one of the top issues. It's obviously, getting a lot of focus from the county, as it should, but I think that the coordinating piece is what's missing. It used to happen in a public meeting where residents could participate and where all the players were invited. And what it seems like now is in 2024, now going into 2025, is that things are all being done behind the scenes, and this good committee that was doing good work has been essentially abandoned or abolished. And so I just want to understand, is the TCC going to be coming back in some different form? If not, let's just bring it back in the old form. Is there any update on what the next version might look like?
I'm not aware of it.
version is as we have discussed. It's a combination of the symposium, it's the tabling outfit, events, it's the ability for the public and municipalities to submit comments and have discussions through the county portals, and it could be roundtable discussions. So it's quite a few combinations of things instead of just one meeting that's held.
Okay, well, I don't think we have anything to lose by bringing it back, so I hope you'll consider my
Point of
suggestion.
order.
I believe that's my time, so wish you all a happy, healthy New Year.
Thank you very much. Any other member of the public wishing to address the board on any item?
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to close the public portion. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? The last item on the agenda is adjournment.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Moved and seconded to adjourn. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? We stand adjourned.